walking downtown Luton with Tommy Robinson.
Okay, so your primary distinction here is there's a difference between Muslims and
Islam. Yes,
explain that distinction.
Many Muslims won't follow the word of Islam to the book. Yeah, many Muslims.
Can you explain the difference between cultural Islam and
so many Muslims are
religious Islam?
Many Muslims are just born with a Muslim identity, and they feel like they have to defend it.
Yeah.
Even when you're talking about it, they don't know what they're defending.
Sure.
They don't know everything about the life of Muhammad. They don't know he murdered, he raped, he pillaged. They don't know the life of Muhammad, but they're born Muslim. So I'd say they're cultural. But then you have the real religious fanatics, which Islam is full of. Islam is full of.
How did this town become the Muslim, or how did this town become the terrorist capital of Europe?
Well, because we allowed al-Musradin, in fact, our government foreign policy was to actually, when the Soviet war was going on, when it suited us to fund radical Islam with the Taliban and groups like this in Afghanistan, we gave home to many of these groups. So this group in this town centre, al-Musradin, who are a prescribed terrorist organisation, their head office is here in my town. There's 60% of the Muslims in jail for terrorism. It's members of that group. Their head office is in this centre.
Yes.
That's a worldwide terrorist group. In 2004, I started my first demonstration against them. I organised my first demonstration against them in 2004 called Ban the Luton Taliban, and I was targeted since then by Islamic Gang for trying to talk out. And all I was trying to highlight is these are jihadists, these are terrorists. And then literally where we're walking now, you see there's a bakery here called Don Miller's Bakery. They used to have a stall set up every Saturday recruiting for terrorists.
How is that possible?
No, that's possible.
How is the English police allowing that? How has that gone unnoticed?
Well, because English police allowed everything. British police allowed everything.
Are they unsold by it?
No, they're just they're terrified by it.
Are they afraid of being called Islamophobic?
If you want to know how powerful the word racist is, you want to have the power of political correctness. Our entire police forces across the country were paralysed with fear to allow the rape of a generation of our daughters. In towns and cities like Rotherham, Telford, literally 1,000 girls in Telford, 1,400 children in Rotherham, the police was fully aware that the children were being prostituted, gang raped and kidnapped by Muslim gangs. And the reason they didn't act, which has come out in government studies, the reason they didn't act, because they were fearful of being called racist. So that's the power of it. That's how powerful it is.
Why did the government conceal the existence of grooming gangs here in the UK? Tell me a little bit about the youth grooming.
Well, I'll tell you the reason why they did is because
they push back a little bit.
The reason why they did is because they're busy. Yeah, I will. They're busy flooding this country. They're busy flooding this country. And as they're busy flooding this country, the grooming gangs are the problem of the government failure.
Yes.
Because they've been busy flooding this country. It's every town is just. And the reality of the problem when you do that with grooming gangs is prostitution, is religious extremism, is jihad, is terrorism. Joe, like, say, you're in England now, yes?
Yep.
Yesterday, an 18-year-old migrant who come on a boat 6 months ago murdered a 27-year-old Englishwoman who was working in the hotel that he was being housed in. So in hotels, there's a hotel here, there's a hotel there. Yeah, we can go to the hotel. So in these hotels, they have housed so when migrants come to our country, they get straight in these hotels. We pay for it. So
taxpayer dollars pay for the hotels
hosting these migrants. And just yesterday, an 18-year-old migrant murdered a 27-year-old Englishwoman working in the hotel. So that was just yesterday. And and 2 days before that, an Afghani put in a military base who we'd brought here to give freedom from Afghanistan, he's sexually and raped a 16-year-old. So there are 12. I was looking, 12 migrants just in hotels. 12 migrants just in hotels have gone on to rape. And this was 12 migrants in hotels, one was for rape.